Now, wool is one of the fabrics that can be washed by Comfort Fabric Softener, and we've got Ronel Jordan in studio with us from Ronel Jordan Textiles. We've also got Jeff from Cape Wool SA in studio to answer our wool-related questions. Good morning. It's great to have you guys in studio.
Thank you very much.
Now, Jeff, a bit earlier we were shearing the sheep on set. We did get a few complaints from viewers saying you drugged the sheep. I have to ask you this question again. Was the sheep drugged? A woman actually wrote and said the sheep looked dead.
Absolutely not. That's what a sheep looks like when you shear them. They're comfortable, part of the process so that the sheep doesn't kick. Obviously, if the sheep kicks, there's a risk of you cutting it. So you handle the sheep. The trained shearer knows how to handle the sheep so that it's quiet. Yeah.
Now, what's the process from shearing straight through to where Ronel gets it to convert it to felt?
Okay, so the farmer sorts the wool into similar lines, and that would be looking like that. And then it goes and gets delivered to a scouring plant, and that is scoured wool. It's washed to that point there.
Yeah.
And then it goes through a combing process to form the tops on your right-hand side. And from there on, it would be spun in a spinning process. And then Ronel will, I think Ronel works mainly with tops, but then from the spinning you can either go to knitting or you can go to suiting, a weaving process to get cloth, and then obviously the garments get made from there on.
Now, Ronel, you use felt. How do you convert the wool to felt?
Well, it's we take like layers. Can I just give you a short demonstration?
Yes.
This is the tops.
That's
after
the tops
it's
that you
been
get.
cleaned.
Yes. It's just
and
one
combed.
long, beautiful piece.
Yeah.
And so soft.
Soft,
Yes.
beautiful. So what we do is we take layers of this and we layer it.
Yeah.
Like in a warp and a weft, like weaving is. And then you wet it with hot soapy water and rub it, and it's the friction that mats all the fibers together. Wool has like little scales.
Yes.
And the hot water opens it, and then, you know, the friction binds it all together. And in the end, you have a solid, strong fabric.
That you convert anything to.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about felt is that you can shape it.
Yeah.
Merino wool has a memory. And so, you know, you can make a bowl, you can make little balls, and everything, once it has that shape, it stays that way.
Now, Ronel, I know from when I wash my wool jerseys, and Jeff, you can probably help me with this, I always end up stretching them or washing them in too hot water. What's the correct washing process?
Very gentle. Use a comfort softener, and no rubbing, because then you're going to felt it. So it's very gentle. You can just soak it in lukewarm water and, you know, just wait for all the dirt to come off, and then don't wring it.
No.
Lie it flat so that it keeps its shape.
And this is a very environmentally friendly product to use. Why is wool so popular?
In terms of its environmental credentials. Well, it's grown in a natural process, so it's the sheep graze there. It's sustainable because the sheep, you don't take the wool off and that's the end of the sheep's life, and you get a whole lot of clips of wool off the sheep. So it's totally sustainable. It's run on rangeland that wouldn't necessarily be used for anything else because it's not suitable for growing crops or things like that. So it's just ideal for growing sheep, and you're getting two products from the sheep. Yeah.
Now, how do you grade the wool, Jeff?
By type. So you're first getting all the edge pieces off that are of a different length, and maybe have a little bit of sweatiness on them. Then we grade it basically by length and by micron, fineness, okay? So your lower microns, the finer stuff, is more desirable, gets a higher price, and that's the stuff that you can wear next to your skin.
Yeah, that's the suits and the wool suits and scarves.
And you know, T-shirt type stuff, because wool's got, in some people's perception, wool's got the bad, scratchy connotation, and it's not. Merino wool is not scratchy at all, and particularly, so you can wear it next to your skin. You want the finer stuff. coarser stuff gets used for curtaining and things like that. So it's all got its application.
Yes.
You must just use it in the right way.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning and for answering our wool-related questions. I must say I've learned quite a bit, and I'm sure you have as well. If you've got any questions, please post them on our Facebook wall, eXpresso Morning Show, SABC3. It's now time to cross over to Kia, who's sitting with our celebrity guest for today, Sonia Sabide.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.